What's up guys, JNO here and welcome to FPL Game Week 32 preview. It's getting near the end of the season now and today we're going to have a look at the team I've got at the moment. I've not made my transfers yet, but then we will look on to the fixture list coming up for the end of this season and we'll make sure I point out the mistakes that you might make because you're too eager to take advantage of the double game weeks. What's up guys, JNO here and welcome to JNO United. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content and remember, it's all about the game. Okay guys, so at the moment my team lineup is as follows. Butland is in goal. I know he got injured against Germany though, so will I bring in a goalkeeper or will I trust Fraser Forster for the next game week? I'm not 100% sure about that yet. Then we have Williams, Hoof and Alderweireld in defence. We have Mahrez, Ali, Sigurdsson and Özil. Then we have Vardy, Kane and Aguero up front. But Lukaku will be coming in. It's that simple because in Game Week 33, he does have a double game week. Crystal Palace versus Everton has been put into Game Week 33. Then he has another double game week in Game Week 34. So I will be bringing Lukaku in for those fixtures. Hopefully he will score some big points for the majority of us that bring him in and punish those that don't bring him in. I will definitely be bringing in Lukaku and then I've got some other transfers to play with, but I may hold on to them until the double game week so I've got more flexibility, whereas I believe apart from Butland I'm pretty set for this game week. In the Certified Super League I'm coming up against Seal 11, bit worried because they did score more than me last game week. Rob H26 has I've got a feeling, so a lot could change in the Certified Super League after this game week. Having a look at the fixtures, that first three fixtures there look like points galore fixtures for the people that have the right players. Chelsea versus Aston Villa. I don't have any Chelsea players and they're coming up against Aston Villa. That's always going to be a worry when a team come up against Aston Villa and I don't own one of those players. Arsenal-Watford, I can see Arsenal starting to up their game a little bit now. Sanchez and Welbeck start to look like they're playing well together, so maybe Arsenal can come on a late run of form and try and catch up with Tottenham and Leicester. Bournemouth, Man City. Man City have let a lot of people down recently, but Kevin De Bruyne could be back by this fixture and I reckon Man City need to make sure they keep that fourth place. After having lost to Man United, I reckon they probably got an arse kicking after full time and I reckon Man City should come out guns blazing. Bournemouth have had their form derailed by Tottenham last game week, so I'm looking at Man City scoring some big points in that fixture. Hopefully Aguero can get on the score sheet because he costs a lot of money and he's not scoring me a lot of points. Other than that, West Ham, Crystal Palace. I just think West Ham are going to drive at the end of this season purely because it's their last season at the Boleyn. They've also got an outside chance of Champions League football. They've still got a chance to win the FA Cup. Everything is looking good at the moment at the Boleyn and they're going to want to have a great end to the season before they move to the Olympic Stadium. Big fixture is Liverpool versus Spurs. The way Spurs are playing, I would think they should beat Liverpool, but Liverpool are the type of team that can be amazing one game and then not so good the other. Hell, against Southampton, they're amazing one half and then not amazing in the other. So we'll have to wait and see on that. And Man U, Everton, who knows which way that could go. Both teams can be absolutely amazing on their day and then not even turn up. And Leicester have a difficult fixture compared to most of the other fixtures in the lead up to the end of the season. They've got Southampton, but I imagine Leicester are going to keep driving, especially if they can get a win and then Liverpool upset Spurs. Then they could go 8 points clear and that would be absolutely amazing for them. And Premier Punt returns and you can see my team line up here. There's a little bit of difficulty at the moment for me to join the Challenge of the Pundits. There'll be a link in the description if you want to get involved in Premier Punt. Make sure to click on that and join us and see if you can win some money off of those of us that think we know what we're talking about. As you can see, I've got a lot of Chelsea players, a lot of Arsenal players and a lot of West Ham players with Aguero in there and Wijnaldum as well. And for the end of this video, we're just going to have a quick look at the fixtures all the way till the end of the season so you can see what players you need to get in for the double game weeks and what teams are still blanking, because you don't want to end in a game week and not have 11 players to score you some points. Now, as we can see, fixture wise, Everton have the easiest run in to the end of the season. They have 3 double game weeks. The only real difficult one I'd say is Leicester Sunderland. Southampton Liverpool, they could get points. Watford Crystal Palace, they could get points. Once they're past this Manchester United game, they should be doing pretty well for themselves. But they do have a blank in Game Week 35. So I've seen a lot of people bringing in a lot of Everton players. and then also bringing in a lot of, say, West Ham players as well, who also have a blank in Game Week 35, and also bringing a lot of Manchester United players. Now, if you bring in too many of them in Game Week 33 and 34, and you use your wildcard to do that, you will only have 1 or 2 transfers to get rid of those players. And if you've got 3, 4, 5 of them, then you're going to be stuck with some people who aren't playing. So just keep an eye on that. I'm not saying don't take advantage of the double game weeks. I'll be getting some Everton players in. But I, especially without a wild card, need to make sure I bring in the right ones and get the most points I can from those players. Liverpool, though, look absolute ripe for investment at the moment. Once they're past Tottenham, their fixture list is Stoke, Bournemouth, Everton, Newcastle, Swansea, Watford, Chelsea and West Bromwich Albion. That's 2 double game weeks with no blanks. And then Arsenal as well, they only have 1 double game week, but the fixture list, apart from Man City and West Ham, is looking pretty tasty. So those 3 teams have decent fixture lists coming up and double game weeks galore. So those are the 3 teams I'm looking at investing in at the moment. If you need to, take a screenshot right now of that fixture list right there. It's part of Fantasy Football Scout, which I'm a member of, and it's a great website that I use a lot for a lot of my stats that you see on this channel. Anyway guys, that is all for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've been JNO, you've been awesome, and remember, it's all about the game.